Hey everybody, we're live. We encountered an error sharing your broadcast on Twitter. I'm not trying again. Hi Ann, hi Amy. We made it. Sorry we're a little late. We had some technical difficulties. Hi Julie. Thank you for the hearts. Please feel free to tap the screen for hearts. And I'll stop rocking and making you all sick. Tap the screen for hearts and share and do all that fun stuff that we like to do. Hi, Amy. Hi, Julie. Hope you have a child or some children with you. But if you don't, this will be fun. Megan is here beside me. And we're going to figure out, this is going to be an hilarious trial. But we got some really good people here. We've got Megan, who's completely easygoing, and Anne with Addendum Books, which is where we are today. Here, I'm going to show you something else. Hi, I don't remember Fallon. Oops, that's not what I want to show you. I want to show you this. Look, that's my fingers. Okay, and if you're new, please type in your first name so we can chat with you. We are going to start the book here in just a minute, but we are at this bookstore called Addendum Books. I'm going to pan around very slowly so you can see it a little bit. This is the children's section, and then there's a big, see, I don't want to make you sick, a big teen section. Whoo! And we are in Addendum Books in St. Paul. I know, it's super cute in here. On Cleveland Avenue. Their address is 478 Cleveland Avenue South. You want to go here? Sorry, Julie, you kind of live in Georgia. But you can still get Ella and Penguin. You know how they'd make all those people put all their names together? I just did that for Ella and Penguin.
They're a couple.
Yeah, it's a cute little store. Okay, yeah, they're a couple. Well, they kind of are. They're best friends.
A team.
Yeah.
They're a team.
Here, let me switch this over. And now it's me, and there's Megan.
Hi, everybody.
We are going to read the story soon. So we're going to give you just a couple more minutes. Okay, so I'm Gianna with Family Fun Twin Cities. Hey! Oh, they're saying hi to you.
Hi.
And today is our first Book Hounds Book Club Day, and we're so excited to have you guys here. We're excited for your replay viewers. We hope you enjoy it as well. And we have something we need to show you. But I can't hold all these things. That's the book!
Did you want this?
Yes!
All right, so we're going to read Ella and Penguin Stick Together today, which was published by HarperCollins Children's Books, and they would like you to know that this is used with permission. We're going to read this book with permission today from HarperCollins Children's Books.
Ella is your kitty's name.
Sure, we did that. Oh, good!
And you know what else? Ella is Megan's niece's name.
I have a niece named Ella. However, I started this book before she was born. So there was Ella in the book before there was Ella in my family. But then I just kept it.
Yeah, so Megan's Ella is first. Her sister's is second.
Yeah.
It was your sister, right?
My brother. It's
my
my brother and sister-in-law.
Okay.
Yeah. Ella.
Okay, so are you interested? Give us some hearts if you're interested in us starting to read this. Well, Julie's ready. Anybody else?
Yay.
And Amy's ready. Okay, I'm pretty sure Anne will be ready too. Okay, I'm going to switch you around. Yeah, I am. You should see me try to shut it off. That's even worse. Okay, here we go, guys.
Okay, so I'm going to read.
So Megan is going to read, and I'm going to show you the pictures.
All right. This is called Ella and Penguin Stick Together by Megan Maynor, illustrated by Rosalind Bonnet.
Is that weird to read your name?
I don't mind it because then I get to read Rosalind.
Yeah, that's true.
And I am in love with what she did with these illustrations.
That's true. And her name is really pretty.
Her name is pretty, and her art is amazing.
It's so cute.
Yes, I really liked it. We'll talk about that.
We will.
I really lucked out when I got paired with her.
Okay, so should we stop talking and read? Okay.
Let's do it. Alrighty. Okay. Penguin, look what I got, said Ella. Ooh, stickers! Penguin bounced and clapped. Can I have a star? Can I have a moon? Can I have a comet? Yes, but these are not ordinary stickers, said Ella. They're not? Are they smelly? Can you eat them? Do they talk? Hello, sticker. No, Ella whispered. They glow in the dark. Yikes, Penguin yelped.
I love his face.
Ella and Penguin stood in front of the closet. Ella leaned in. The dark is so dark. Penguin held on to Ella. Maybe the stickers will glow somewhere else, somewhere mostly dark. Good idea, said Ella. Let's try it. Phew. So Ella and Penguin climbed into the bathtub and closed the shower curtain. No glow. They flipped over a laundry basket and hid beneath it. Nope. They opened 2 umbrellas and ducked under them. Not dark enough. Ella and Penguin stood in front of the closet again. Maybe the stickers will glow if we close the door just a little bit, said Ella. Ella baby-stepped into the closet. Okay, Penguin, come on in. Penguin chewed his flipper. Are there any spiders in there? No, said Ella. Big dogs? Narwhals? Ella looked around. This closet is narwhal free. Okay. Penguin stepped in. He closed the door a tiny bit. How's that? A little more, said Ella. A little more. Wait, whispered Ella. Did you feel that? Feel what? Asked Penguin. I don't know. Ah! Ella and Penguin tumbled out of the closet. Oh, said Ella. It was a scarf. Ella and Penguin sat in front of the closet. We have to go all the way into the dark, said Ella. I think we can do it. We cannot do it, said Penguin. Don't you want to see the stickers glow? Asked Ella. Yes, said Penguin, but I want to see them glow in the light. What if we hold hands? Asked Ella. Oh. Penguin waddled from foot to foot. He took a big breath and puffed out his cheeks. Ella waited. Okay, Penguin held out his flipper, but do not let go. Never, said Ella. Ella and Penguin stepped into the closet. Ella closed the door all the way. I love this page. Oh, said Ella. Yeah, too bad, said Penguin. The stickers are broken. Let's go. Penguin? Yes. Are your eyes closed? Yes. Open your eyes. Oh, Penguin gasped.
It's so pretty.
You know, I kind of like the dark with all this glowing, said Penguin. Me too, said Ella. We could stay in here and play astronauts, or space pirates, or super spy cupcake chefs on Mars. Or, how about this? I'm a penguin, and you're a girl, and we're friends. In space. Ella squeezed Penguin's flipper. Perfect. And that's the end.
That's the end. Okay, I love that story. We have so much to talk about. Look at Julie's giving you tons of hearts, and Amy's giving you tons of hearts. And now we need a place to put this so we can sit together because we need to talk about this. We have so much to talk about.
Anne's going to help us.
Oh, and look, that's my hand. Sorry. Okay. They're used to me, which is sad. Maybe just a couple of boxes or...
I was thinking about scooting.
You guys like seeing the bottom of my chin? That was pretty fun, huh? Look at how high the books go up.
Here, we could put it here and we could put it on this shelf, maybe.
That's a good idea. Look, it's my nose, sorry. We're putting you to work, I'm sorry. This, everybody, is Anne.
Aloha. Hello.
She is not from Hawaii, so I don't know why she said that.
Because we're in Minnesota.
Because we're in Minnesota and we say aloha. Look at her, she's got muscles.
Let's try this.
Okay. And we need to make sure that this doesn't pull it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think we're gonna have to like.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's
Julie,
good?
you're laughing at us.
You want me to
aren't you?
just stand here?
Well, a
Here,
couple other
can you
books.
just hang on to this? Can I tape it up? Oh,
Yeah.
Should we?
No, put it behind.
Do you think it'll stand up there?
Yeah, but we just got it. Well, maybe. You can
Here,
tape
can you
it.
hold
I
it for
have a
1
friend
second?
who literally. It'll be fine.
I'll tape it with Post-its.
Look, they can see your pretty shelves. You're gonna tape. She's gonna tape it with Post-its. Oops, and I'm touching it. You're loving this, aren't you,
I'm
Megan?
loving it. Great.
Megan made up a theme song, but I don't, and it was for me, but I don't think it was supposed. I think it works for everybody around here. I can't even sing it to you.
Is making it happen.
But we gotta be careful because right now it's covering the camera.
No,
Oh,
okay.
no, it's not. It was your finger.
All right. What should we talk about while we're...
Oh, yeah, while we're talking. Okay, let's talk about Ella and Penguin.
Let's do it.
So, first of all, let's talk about the story. If you guys can type in what your favorite thing was, that would be awesome. Your favorite pictures or your favorite character, that would be cool. Also, I want to ask a question. I've got a whole list. Because I got this list from Sarah McKenzie, Read Aloud Revival, because she's one of my favorite
See what happens
podcasters
now.
ever. Okay, but now we've got this heaviness needs to...
Be taped.
Look at her go.
Okay. How are we doing?
Oh my god, put that around. Oh, good grief. You guys are so patient with us. Put that over there. That's down. There's us. Okay, so the first thing that Sarah in her questions asks is, well, we're going to skip that. How is Penguin like Ella? Or how is Ella and Penguin, how are they different? Nice job, thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
So think about those, because they're obviously not the same. They're very different people, but they're both scared of the same thing. So how are they
Question for
different?
me or
No,
for the
this
crowd?
is not for you. This is for the crowd.
Okay.
And you don't have to answer it, but
It's
these are
random.
questions
It's like
we
a
want
quiz.
you to.
I
Yeah,
didn't
she's
know. I didn't know what was gonna
Look,
happen.
Megan can answer it for you if you don't know the answer. So we'll give you 5 seconds to think of one. And now Megan can answer how Ella and Penguin are different.
So they you and I talked about this a little bit before. So Penguin was the one that I thought of first, and he kind of came out of this idea of when I'd be talking to my kids when they were littler, and just goofing around with them, and I'd say, I'm sure everybody does this, parents do this all the time, like, hey, we need some milk, we better go to the shoe store, and they go, no, there's no milk at the shoe store, and it just got me thinking how much fun that is for kids to be the experts. It's really fun when they're right, and it's funny when grown-ups are wrong.
Yeah.
Which isn't a direct line to Penguin, but it just kind of got me thinking about that, and so I kind of came up with this character who's really kind.
Penguin's really kind?
Yeah,
Okay,
Penguin is very kind and a good friend, but he's just a little confused.
He doesn't confused.
Because they don't want to say, because it's not, he's not,
He
still
wants to
learning.
eat the stickers.
He's still learning. He doesn't know a lot about the world. And so Ella, who is a child, but she's the expert. She knows more than him. So that's kind of how they first came to me as characters. And so they're really different, kind of right from the get-go in that way.
Yeah.
He's very enthusiastic, but he also falls apart really easily. He's just a little more all out there with everything. All his emotions are all over the place. And she's a little more
under control?
Wise. She's the wise one in the team. Yeah, which is, it's fun for kids to get to be the wise one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they spend a lot of the time with everyone else.
Telling them
Yeah.
how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's true.
We know.
Okay, so who was the bravest in this story?
We're waiting. Now we wait.
Yep, because we can let the kids talk to their parents about it.
Got it.
Who's the bravest?
See,
Who
I'm
is the
learning.
bravest? Okay, who is the bravest in your?
I think they are brave together. I think that's kind of what makes it work. Is
Yeah.
They decide to go together, which is another thing that just from watching my kids. And I remember a little bit from when I was young, but they all had special animal friends, and they did stuff with them all the time. Important stuff. You and I talked about this before, but we had dinners where there was a chair at the end of the table for, the penguin,
Elephant.
or an elephant, a lion, a red-eyed tree frog, whatever.
Right.
Those are important people, characters, animals in the kids' lives. And so I think you can, I think they're brave together because they're buddies. They do a lot of important stuff together.
And I actually myself was just reading a book called Let's All Be Brave, which is all about.
Oh, nice.
And it's an adult book. Like it's a lot easier to be brave and say yes or no, depending on what the answer needs to be in your life when there's people with you doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah. So, who was the most determined?
Maybe like a little Jeopardy music.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, do you know what determined means? Parents, I will rely on you for that one.
I think probably Ella in this story because Penguin's like,
forget it.
Let's hang it up. I'd rather see them glow in the light. I don't want to go in that scary closet. He's not having it.
So who changed the most, do you think, in this book? Yeah, see, even the author doesn't know.
I think together again. I'd have to say both because they probably Penguin changed a little. I think he was a little more afraid.
Mm-hmm.
But they both discovered that once they kind of got over that hurdle, how much fun it was. They had like a whole new space to explore and whole new games to play.
Right.
So I think they both did. Probably Penguin changed a little more.
Or he trusted her a little more.
Yeah.
He learned he could trust her one more step. Okay. Okay, this is the last question for the book club part. Let me read this question because I already forgot it. What other story does this story remind you of? I've already, on my periscopes that I did leading up to this story reminds me, this friendship reminds me of Elephant and Piggy.
Oh, that's a great friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I was working on this book, I thought of friendship stories that I admire too. Frog and Toad.
Oh, Frog
Right.
and Toad. Is Toad the one that needs help most of the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Toad, right, is the one who, like in the ice cream story,
Right.
he drops the ice cream. No, now I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. Well, he like in the swimming story, he's the one that's like, "Don't look at me," you know.
Right.
Like, so I think of him as more of the penguin character.
A little more curmudgeon-y and funny.
Yeah.
He's the one who's in bed going blah when
Yeah.
it's time to go sledding. He's not having it. Yes, but I love.
Hi, Rowie girl.
Stories. And I love another one that's I can never get enough of is George and Martha. You know, the
George,
and
yes,
Martha
you told
stories.
me these. I forgot about these.
These are older. There's more recent examples too, but they hold up. We were reading them the other day, and I was just cracking up. They're as funny as ever. George and Martha. There's probably about
Who
5.
wrote George and Martha?
James Marshall. He
Right.
wrote and illustrated them. He did Miss Nelson is Missing.
Yes.
Some of those others, the classics that you might know.
Yeah.
So that's a great friendship story.
If you don't know George and Martha, they're two hippos, right?
They're hippos, yeah.
And George and Martha both have their curmudgeon sides.
They're so
like,
funny.
at one point, George is kind of a peeping Tom. Yes. I don't remember your name, Rory girl. You're not Emily. And you're not Angie. Unless you're Angie. You're not Ro girl. Your name is Ro? I'm so sorry. But okay, so George and Martha. LOL. Martha is obviously a girl, and George is a boy, and she makes him pea soup, and he does not want to hurt her feelings, and so he keeps taking bowl after bowl after bowl of pea soup, and then he puts it in his shoes. And she sees the whole thing, but he doesn't know that she sees the whole thing, and she's like, "Why is there soup in your shoes?" And so he said he didn't want to hurt your feelings, and she said, "Sounds like my hubby." And so she,
loafers.
Yeah. I want to see those loafers full of soup. But he was like, "I didn't want to hurt your feelings," and she said, "But we're friends, so we can tell each other the truth." So like that kind of thing. That's. They're learning together,
so
yeah.
And they're really funny too. So, but I don't like exclusively funny books. I like other kinds too. But it's great to read a funny book with your kids.
Yeah.
Well,
and we just
together.
asked the question, "What book does this remind you of?"
Yeah.
So and Penguin and Ella, or Ella and Penguin, it's kind of funny. Like, it's not like split your gut open, roll on the floor laughing, because kids won't do that. They don't like that kind of funny. It's the perfect funny for kids. Like the kindergartners that I read it to yesterday, or the day before, they were so cute because they were laughing so hard at Penguin with his eyes closed. Like, they thought it was so cute. And then, when we turned the page and it was the glow-in-the-dark stickers, all of them, all 23 went, oh. I'm like, it's a picture, guys. It's not like you're, well, okay, cool. It was really sweet.
That's sweet. Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, it was really cute. So your name is Ro. Are we sure about this? No. Am I sure about this? Can you say yes, my name is Ro, or just yes? Okay. Yes, okay. Thank you, Ro. That now I know that your name is on there. Okay. So I want Megan to tell us a little bit about her journey to writing this story, because you guys, I've filmed her for like 40 minutes and we lost it all, and it was the most fun interview ever. We were laughing so hard.
It's not documented.
Right. And in fact, it's really gone. Like, I formatted that little thing because I was like,
too powerful.
Yep,
Your camera
it
couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
It melted it. Forget it.
oh.
So
So tell us about how you came to do this, write this book.
okay, so
8 years, right? Practically.
more, but
More.
well, okay. So my background was in advertising, copywriting. I worked as a copywriter first. For a few years.
Because
Oh.
she wanted toys on her desk. Okay.
Right, we were talking about how there's a little corollary. I thought advertising sounded great as a career because whenever I saw it portrayed in movies and TV, like Who's
like
the Boss
Big.
was on,
Who's
when
the
it
Boss?
Big,
Yep.
or now I'm blanking. I'll think of it later.
Okay.
Another movie that I loved with Tom Hanks, where Nothing in Common. He works in advertising, and he's like, they're playing the guitar and they're like playing with toys. I was like, sweet. Job with
How
toys
old
on
are
your
you when you
desk.
wanted
Well, I
this?
was like a teenager. I was
Okay.
like, just gathering info. I was like, that looks good. I like a job with toys on your desk.
And you
So
gathered
that
your
was the really motivating.
Gotta
factor.
love Tom
Clear-
Hanks. Exactly.
Yes, great. Yeah. That was my clear vision on that, which turned out to actually be a lot of work to get that job. That seems really playful and fun because you need I went through college and then I went to a portfolio school essentially where you work on building up a portfolio of ads. It's one of those jobs that you kind of have to show that you can do it before they'll hire you
That
to do
makes
it,
sense.
even as a beginner.
Mhm.
So it took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to get the job where you have toys in your lap. So then you're like laughing but crying a little. Yay, I got this job, I guess. No, I loved it. I loved that job a lot. And then, so that was sort of my background. And then as we started having kids and our family was growing, and I was just kind of looking for what would be the next thing that fit job and family-wise. So I kind of moved copywriting to a freelance gig and started working on writing a children's book. And likewise, I was like, sweet, this will be easy and fun. Kids' books, yay.
But really, there was blood, sweat, and tears.
And it took like...
It doesn't help that... No, we won't go there. Go on.
That's the after.
Yeah.
So then it did, and I'm not alone in this path. Some people, it happens for them quickly, but from that time when I thought, I'm going to write a book, till when I sold this book was 10 years.
10 years!
10 years. Yeah, and a lot happened in that time, so I'm
Like
writing
children.
all the time. Children happened, moved happened.
It's all paid off, though.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not financially yet, so buy the book! Just kidding.
Yeah. Great. That's a good memo.
At addendum.
At addendum!
Says Anne.
From addendum. Yeah.
Yeah, so it took, but it's one of those things that I was getting enough.
Yes, Amy, we know what you mean.
At the right time to feel like I was moving in the right direction, even though it was a really long time.
Right.
And then, like, another thing people might not know unless they are in the publishing world is I sold the book, but then it still takes about 2 years from when you sign the contract to when it comes out. Part of that time was just like waiting to sign the contract, the negotiations on the contract,
Right.
but then they get the illustrator involved, and then then they have to negotiate that person's contract, and then when they can finally start on it, there's all that time to make the art. Because
do they have to choose what pages the art goes on? And,
right?
and
Yeah, there's a
divide it
whole
all up?
process that So once I hand it over to the publisher, then there's a whole process that kicks into gear for the illustrators. So she'll start with, each person's process is different, but Rosalind kind of shared with me how she does it. So she started with thumbnail sketches, just like read the manuscript and sketched a whole bunch of things, whatever came to her mind. And then refining from there until we kind of get the characters. And then it's spread by spread, what's each page going to look like in the book, and refining that before she starts final art. And
That
for
makes sense.
this book, it's watercolor and color pencil. And then some of the
Really?
finishing is in Photoshop, like with where we get like the dark
I was gonna say like the bright color,
shadows and the bright.
because
like, the
watercolor
glow and
you
the
don't really think
darkness.
of it being
Yeah,
so
some
dark.
of the
It's
dark
really,
effects
really like
there
bold.
would be added in Photoshop, but just like when we see the characters real clearly, like Ella's hair, and that's probably still kind of far away. But yeah, that's and
So it's watercolor and color pencil.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to show you something that I thought. Thank you, Addendum Books, for having books in your bookstore. So here's another penguin story. Flora and Penguin. This is crazy. Not Ella, but Flora. This is the book to read first because it's an E, and then alphabetically Flora comes back.
Perfect.
But like this is what I think of when I see watercolor. But it's so like
This is
just
pencil though.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure.
It probably
This
is.
is Molly Idle. She works, I think, in pencil. Did you know that you can find out in books? Did you know that it says
No.
what kind of art it
You're
is?
right. It does. I've never really paid too much attention.
I'm pretty sure she works all in pencil. But this is a cool book that's a follow-up to Flora and the Flamingo.
Oh yes,
Which
I
is
love that
both
book.
are wordless picture books. I don't know if I'll be able to lay my hands on it quick enough while we're talking. But they are, they're beautiful. And if you want like a beautiful study of like action, like just the movement in these characters. And if you go looking around on the internet for stuff by Molly Idle, I think she composed these or illustrated these with like certain classical music in mind for each piece.
Oh, that's so
Just
cool.
go dig around on that. There's a lot to find, but I think she's wonderful, and those books are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, like, the pale color, the lighter color, I think of watercolor.
As watercolor, you
But
think of
this
the more
is
pastel.
very bold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Rosalind worked super duper hard on the black, dark pages. I'm sure she...
It's funny because it's weird to say that the page with no pictures is my favorite page in a picture book. I don't know. It's tied with a couple other pages.
It's
but
the idea,
this
though.
is such a fun
because that's the
surprise.
joke.
It has a joke.
Yeah.
And when you're reading it with kids, it's a fun surprise. They don't know what's happening there. Yeah. You don't expect to see an all black page.
No, it's really great. Are your eyes closed? Yes.
No, he didn't
exactly. So if you guys have any questions, this is a great time to ask. Megan is super fun and willing. I like left our interview that, I didn't get on tape. And I was like, you guys, she's so much fun.
We had a good chat.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Nice.
We just had our coffee and we talked about books. What are some of your favorite books?
So I was thinking about that on the way down here because I have this tendency to I'm reading all the time and then people will ask me and it's like blank. Like
Okay,
I've
so
never read a book.
as an adult, not a children's
my favorite
book.
adult book.
How about your top 2 or 3 favorite adult
See, I
books?
didn't practice that. But you know what I've been reading right now is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert.
I haven't read it. I want to, but I listened to her
really
podcast.
Neat. You guys probably a lot of people know about her. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love, and then she has a wonderful TED Talk. She might have more than one, but that's about the one that I know the most is about creativity and this idea of genius, and that the old idea was that you had a genius that assisted you, not that you were a genius.
Yeah.
And she kind of talks about what a helpful construct that was.
Yeah.
Because it kept people from losing their minds. Anyway, that's not really what we're talking about. But her new book, Big Magic, is just about creating things and all the kind of fears and risks and things involved in being someone who makes anything. It's very chatty and easy to read.
Okay, that's good
It's
to know.
real,
Her
it's
podcast,
lightweight.
based on that book, because what she did with her podcast was take 5 people and talk to
I
them
didn't watch that. Okay.
about. It was so good.
listened to
Yeah, it was so good because she took 5 people who felt like their creativity was going nowhere. Nobody knows these people at all.
Oh,
They're just
I didn't even
people.
know this.
Yeah, and it's called Big Magic.
Oh.
And she takes 5 people, one at a time, talks to them about what's hindering their creativity, and they talk about it. She gives them assignments, and then she goes and asks another expert what they think and whether the expert, like, she had a comedian. I don't remember their names. I'm sorry. A comedian, a writer, a song, a podcaster, like all a pastor. She had all these different.
So try some new
Yeah,
stuff.
and said, okay, this is what I said. What do you think about this? You know, and so then she shared with them, and then she came back and checked in on all of them over the summer.
That's cool. I should go looking for that.
Yeah.
I think she's just a great. It's fun to read her work, I think, and she's a great person to just speak about. Because it's hard when you're making stuff. Sometimes you feel kind of lost in the woods, or you run into certain.
Yeah.
And it could be writing, but it could be anything else, right? And
Yeah.
it's nice to just have somebody identify with what's going on or name it. Like, oh, seems like this is what's going on, and maybe you should try this.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, but kids' books, should I tell you?
Yes, let's do the kids' books.
So that's a fun adult book. Wolfie the Bunny.
Yeah,
right?
This year or 2015?
2015, right. Yeah, not much has come out this year since it's January.
I'm doing a reading challenge for myself.
Yeah.
And one of them is to read a book that came out in 2016. I'm like, does Ella and Penguin count?
Totally counts.
Okay,
It came
I can
out
check it
on
off.
the 5th.
It came out 3 days ago.
3 days ago. And then there's going to be another one. It's going to come out next January. Ella and Penguin, A Perfect Match.
I'm
So you
so
can just
excited.
pencil that in for next
I will,
year.
I
That'll
will.
be nice that you read one in 2017 too. But Wolfie the Bunny, I absolutely loved. I think that book hits like every sweet spot that a picture book has to offer. Like it's just
Do you have
humming
Wolfie the
along.
Bunny?
Oh, we
Yes,
just click
we're
over
going
time.
to be on.
Another Amy Dickman, D-Y-C-K. I can't usually spot the cover, but then
Here it is.
yay! Another one that is kind of here's Wolfie the Bunny. Aww.
Because he's a wolf living with bunnies.
It's a baby on the doorstep kind of story, except it's a bunny family, and the baby on the doorstep is a wolf. And they keep him. The parents are smitten, and the daughter, who's the main character, keeps telling the parents, "He's gonna eat us all up." And it's great. I won't spoil the end, but you should.
Aww.
Right?
It's so cute. Yeah, I think your son would love it, Julie. Ro, yes. Ro, how many kids do you have? Throw that up there.
So for older,
Oh my goodness, are you
Kids.
serious?
so there was another really fun book that my kids and I loved this year that was called Once Upon an Alphabet, last year I guess, by Oliver Jeffers, which is a big thick book, and it has a little story for each letter of the alphabet. So it's not so much for little kids who are learning the alphabet, but it's more, I was thinking about this more, it's more almost kind of the age you would enjoy like a Shel Silverstein book with somebody.
Yeah.
Because it's really like funny little stories for each.
And they're kind of
Letter.
interwoven, kind of.
Yep, some of them reference each other and come back around. So it's just fun to sit down and read through.
Did Oliver Jeffers, is he Ghazi and Gertie? Is that a different one? Oh, no,
That
that's
is
Olivier
someone else.
Dunray.
Oh, here's some different Oliver Jeffers books. But he,
It was the Hueys.
Oh, the Hueys.
In It Wasn't Me. That's Oliver Jeffers. His illustrations are hilarious.
Great
They're like,
style.
seriously, this person, he's an oval and sticks and dots and a couple of like swoops. You guys, your children can draw Oliver Jeffers type illustrations.
It's fun, right?
And think of this. He's got I was going to say millions. He doesn't have millions. Lots of books.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that. Yeah, but Once Upon an Alphabet, it's just a really funny, like cheeky sense of humor. So for I think it's fun for a little bit older kids too.
Yeah.
Like my 8-year-old, it was like sweet spot. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
just funny.
Yeah.
Funny, a little,
Hi, Kelly.
A little
Welcome.
more irreverent.
You're gonna have to go back and listen to the book because Megan read her book and it was so cute. And there was a couple of comments from me. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So she suggests Wolfie the Bunny by Amy Dickman. Super cute. Oh, look at your library. I will. Oh, fun. It's not my library. we're at a bookstore called Addendum Books in St. Paul. But if this was my library, I would never leave. I would never leave. I would just sit in it.
We might move in here.
Yeah, well, it's not much bigger than my house.
Like, every day.
My house is little.
It could be like this.
I could make except our ceilings aren't this tall, so it might be a little weird. Okay, anyway, but this is Addendum Books. If you live in the Twin Cities area, St. Paul on Cleveland Avenue, Cleveland and Randolph, and when you turn, you'll be like, oh look, there it is, because that's what I did. Okay, so wasn't there? How about a couple from the Twin Cities that are your favorites?
Oh, yeah.
She could say them all. Oh, I missed that comment. I'm so sorry. She could say them all, but she won't.
Well,
because there's a lot of children's authors
coming
here.
up next month from some pals of yours.
Yes, and they will
mine,
be on Bookhound.
Right? So what you want to look for is Punk Skunks from Steve Shaskin and Trisha Speed Shaskin. Mm-hmm. It's a friendship story as well.
It is. Oh, it's a sweet story.
Skunks who play punk music and they're friends and they get in a disagreement. It's a musical disagreement.
It's a musical disagreement.
It puts some stress on their friendship.
But what's fantastic about them is one of the skunks is a drummer, just like Trisha is.
Trisha is a drummer,
and one of them is a guitar player, just like Steven is.
So that's going to be fun.
So it's like their marriage in skunk form.
There's going to be music with that. Yeah. That's a great one. I was thinking about this too. So then in March, another book coming out that's illustrated by a local author. It's called Chicken Lily, illustrated by Nina Crittenden. And it's about a chicken who is a little chicken to share something at school. It's time to write a poem at school. And it's darling and so cute and fun. So those are a couple to watch for coming locally. But there were, I don't know if this is a new trend or not, but so books come out on Tuesdays, just like...
I did not know that.
It's like wild, like music does, and there is a reason. Probably
movies come out on like Thursdays and Fridays.
Wikipedia, you can find it or something. But
yeah, because we can trust Wikipedia.
Or whatever. Somebody. It's knowable, is what I'm saying. It's knowable. There is a reason that all this started on Tuesdays, but they all come out on Tuesdays. And so January 5th was my book release day, and there were like 25 picture books that came out that day. So there's a lot of awesome new stuff that shared a book birthday with me. There's Be a Friend by Selena Yoon. Worm Loves Worm.
I was going to say Worm Loves Worm.
Yeah,
and Michael Hall was another one.
Was his today? He has a book called Frankencran coming out.
I think it was the same
that
day.
I haven't read yet. Was it the same date or is it later?
So. Well,
coming soon.
If it's not released, it will be, yes.
Yeah, so there's, so I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I'm wondering if this is kind of like a new thing that's happening that publishers are just putting a lot of stuff out at the beginning of January. It's kind of exciting though. It's a fun way to start the new year, all these new books.
Especially when you have book challenges that you're trying to...
You're trying to read
a certain number. Or like, I have 12 books, like certain... books that are recommended to me, books that I should have read in school, a book that...
I'm always working on that list.
Yeah. It's from the modern Mrs. Darcy. She's got a blog, and she's all about reading books. Cool. It's all about books. Cool. So yeah, she's got like 12 books in 1 year that you should have read or should be reading. But you get to choose. So nice. I'm super excited. Anything else that we want to share? You have 3 children.
I have 3 children. They're now 13, 12, and 8.
Isn't it funny? We always start at the oldest and go down.
Yeah, I have to think it through.
Mine are 5, 7, 9, 10.
So you switched it around.
Just because I mentioned it.
Yeah, so they are into the older kid stuff a little bit now.
Yeah. But they still, do they like Ella and Pink?
They do.
Are they tired of reading it?
They actually haven't read it that many times. That'll probably come. But I would just put in a plug for keeping picture books around even with older kids because I'm always checking out tons of them from the library and I'll just have what I've been looking at sitting on the table, and when my kids come home from school, like my middle schoolers, so my son's in 6th grade, he'll sit down and look through them because there's still lots for them in there. I mean,
and they're easy reading.
They're easy and they're fun and they're about such interesting things. I mean, this is a friendship story, but there's also the whole world of like nonfiction picture books.
That's true.
Amazing stuff.
Have you heard? Is it Animalia, Graham Base. I
Yeah.
think it's, like those picture books where you're like
Yeah,
trying to
there's
solve a
lot.
puzzle.
And the art is amazing too. I think people who maybe aren't reading lots of picture books to the kids, like unlike all of us,
right.
people who don't or don't have kids or just aren't in touch with what's going on here. There is beautiful art made for kids in these every year, and every book is just it's for them. So I think for older kids too, it's fun to just kind of keep those around.
Anne's awesome. She just hears what we're talking about and then comes over and says, hey, here it is. There's Animalia. I should probably have show notes. I'm going to have show notes and put these.
We could make a list.
I'll make a list. I'll go back and listen to this and make a list. I can't promise when. My son had a Rick Riordan books on his Christmas list, and his grandma said, oh, cute. No, that's not right. Yeah, no, this is fun. This is really fun for adults because it's really a nice, it's like a, his grandma said no pictures? Like she wouldn't get him one?
Oh, I have a lot to say about that.
Is that what we're understanding? Because I just want to make sure that we're getting it right. My mom, so the grandma to my kids, like fills our house with picture books. She thinks of him as a baby.
Oh, she wanted to get him picture books.
So she's sad that she doesn't get to pick out picture books. You know, I totally get that. And I understand for his sake.
I think
he probably doesn't want to own picture books. Moms can, but
no, that's true.
That's true. Graphic novels.
That's true that you get to a point where like my son's not going to walk down the hall in middle school with like picture books
right.
in his arm, but he'll look at them at home and read them at home. But I think really kind of the best thing you can do is just let the kids get out of their way, I think, for what they want to read.
Right.
If you want to read, dealing with grandma is different thing. Like
grandma was just sad. Is that what you're saying?
That's tricky.
Grandma can have them at her house. That's what my kids do. And then they go home, or that's what she does. And then when my kids go visit grandma, they sit on her couch and they have picture books all over.
All her books.
Yeah. So tell grandma that's how she can do it. But it was so funny. I'm sure it was.
I thought you were going to say the other way.
I thought so
she
too.
Didn't want him to have a certain kind of book. And I think in children's book world, there's might not get the title exactly right, but it's the ambassador of books for young people or something like that.
Oh, like a
title put on by I think the Children's Book Council, and it was the first one was John Cheska, then it was Kate DiCamillo, and they just named the new one like last week, and it's
so it's like
Yang.
It's an author that wins this award kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like it's an honor, I guess.
So what's it called?
The Ambassador of Children's Literature. Yes, and he.
There we go again. Once again, Anne. We got to come back here, Anne.
He was just named the Ambassador to Children's Literature, and he's written lots of graphic novels. And I think one of the things that's happening now is like comics, graphic novels. Yay!
Comment. Go Anne!
Are getting a little more respect, and I think those still in classrooms and homes. People are saying that's not real reading, and that doesn't count as a book, but it does. It's such
you're reading words and pictures.
Visual literacy is really important, and it's a great way to read. So I think Jean Luen Yang being named the ambassador to children's literature, I think is going to help get that message out there a little more. That these count.
Where's he from?
These books count as books.
He's American-born Chinese.
That was one of his first books. It's called American-born Chinese. So
is he American-born Chinese?
Yeah. So he can also speak to. We have sometimes a representation problem in publishing where we don't see enough different kinds of people in books.
Right.
So
let's hold this one up again.
Okay.
So if you want to take, look at that. Oh, you know what? Julie's like all over this, aren't you, Julie? Because Julie is half Japanese, right? Right? She's beautiful. She's really pretty. But let's hold this up again. Yes. So there's Jean Luen Yang. And just so you guys all know, I love China. I've got a nephew from China, and I've got lots, and I'm not kidding when I say lots and lots of friends in China. So I want book hounds to be there for them too. So that's another reason that's another hidden reason that I want to do that. That's so awesome. Yeah. Hey, we should travel to Asia together, Julie. Someday we're going to get together. She lives in Georgia. Okay.
Around the corner.
Yeah, just right around the corner. My dad's name is George. Has nothing to do with Georgia. Okay. Well, thank you guys all for joining us. I'm glad you think we're funny because this could be really bad if you didn't. Thank you so much for joining us at what are we called? Book Hounds. I'm gonna need Megan to come to every single one because she was. Just see if she's not with me when I am with the Shaskans. Just see. Okay, I'm laughing while I'm decluttering my closet.
I'm usually crying.
Yeah, me too. Way to go, keep going. And then Julie's also like the queen of emojis. Like she could just put up these really fast emojis, and I'm always like, I don't know. And I'll just say, ha ha.
She's got it going.
She's got it going. More coffee. Okay, well, we're going to pass this off. Thank you for coming, and share this with your friends. I guess Kelly's pretty good with them, too.
Yeah.
Share this with your friends. Thank you again for coming. It was so great to have you all here, and share it with your friends, and let people know that you did it. It was super fun. Thank you. Okay, now I have to try to shut it off. Ha ha ha!